Hello and good morning to my madam. My name is Hyusing Yi from class 22A. According to the subject BFW 117 Time Management Individual Assignment 3, the task be given answer the three questions, which are discuss 6 areas included in the time management perspective that make Ali Mirza as a sincere employee. Second one is discuss 6 approach that make the culture in the company focused and proactive. Last one is describe 2 ways to define effective communication. First of all, one of the 6 areas included in the time management perspective that make Ali Mirza as a sincere employee is self-control. Well, self-control is a cognitive process that is necessary for regulating one's behavior in order to achieve specific goals. In this passage, Ali Mirza creates blocks of time and it makes her as a sincere employee in a company. And time blocking is the practice of planning up every moment of the day in advance and dedicating specific time blocks for certain tasks and responsibilities. For instance, Ali Mirza arrived in the office around 8:30 a.m. and began her day by organizing her priorities based on regulatory and project deadlines and reviewing email. As we can see, Ali Mirza dedicating specific time blocks for organizing and planning up her priorities based on regulatory and project deadlines and reviewing email after arriving in the office. Also, Ali Mirza was control interruption or self-regulate to as a sincere employee in a company, which she just works all the time she works. As for example, she begins work immediately when she goes into her workplace, which is she organizing and planning up her priorities based on regulatory and project deadlines, and reviewing email when she arrives in the office. In addition, Ali Mirza do not chat with others and she just start to organizing her priorities when she arrived in the office. Next, another one of the 6 areas included in the time management perspective that make Ali Mirza as a sincere employee is she used the Pomodoro technique, which is create daily to-do lists in order to work efficiency. In the passage, Ali Mirza was start working on the task given for continuously 4 hours after organizing her priorities based on regulatory and project deadlines and reviewing email when she arrived in the office. In this case, she had planned her work and worked her plan since she set a priorities for her project before she start works on it. Moreover, Ali Mirza had created daily to-do list, which is not time, wastage, sabotage, careers. For instance, Ali Mirza just get up from her chair, drink tea and have a quick chat after she feeling that she had completed her work. As we can see, Ali Mirza just take a break in short time and after that, she immediately continue to complete the task that she planned. Furthermore, another one of the 6 areas included in the time management perspective that make Ali Mirza as a sincere employee is Ali Mirza batch her tasks. Ali Mirza simply doing similar things at the same time in company. For instance, Ali Mirza participate in client meetings to discuss audit and task work, industry development and new accounting standards that are pertinent to the recording industry, and she also attend internal staff meeting to go over work status and discuss areas that can be addressed by continuing professional development after she checked the mail and reply to them. Thus, Ali Mirza had buttoned them all together and do them at the same time, which she feeling that she had completed her work, and after she replied the mail, she attends all the meeting and rather than doing a little bit now and a little bit later. In addition, Ali Mirza had an ability to overcome procrastination. Although Ali Mirza had a lot of tasks, but she effectively managed the internal audit activity to ensure it adds value to the organization. It proved that she is a low producer procrastinates on tasks. Well, a low producer on tasks means the people that have considerable value to the company and to the individual one's career. Thus, it makes Ali Mirza as a sincere employee in a company. Next, another one of the 6 areas included in the time management perspective that make Ali Mirza as a sincere employee is she concentrates single-mindedly. For instance, Ali Mirza concentrates on one task only at a time, which she started working on the task given for continuously 4 hours. And she did not multitask, and she disciplined herself to bring same tasks to completion before she goes on to the next task, which check the mail and reply them and attend all the meetings. Besides, another one of the 6 areas included in the time management perspective that make Ali Mirza as a sincere employee is she had delegated to others when she getting the time off for vacation. For instance, she had noticed and communicated her work status to her colleagues so they can assist her clients while she had away. In this case, it shows that Ali Mirza had an effective communication with a colleague. This is because Ali Mirza able to communicate her work status for her colleague, and her colleague able to assist her clients with effectively when Ali Mirza did not at workplace. And effective communication is defined as the ability to convey information to another effectively and efficiently. First of all, approach that make the culture in the company focused and proactive is have a proper planning and technical to use in project forward, look backward, which is ready for time management technical. While ready for time management technical means clear about the values, vision and mission of the work and clear about what it is want to accomplish and the best way to achieve it, and only then achieve the desired goals with faster and efficiency. For instance, Ali Mirza just began her day by organizing her priorities based on regulatory and project deadlines and reviewing email when she arrived in the office. In this case, Ali Mirza had clear about her values, vision and mission of the work and clear about what it is want to accomplish. Thus, she organizing her priorities when she just arrived in office. And this approach can make the culture in the company focused and proactive. Secondly, approach that make the culture in the company focused and proactive is use a Pomodoro technique, which is stay on track. Stay on track, which means the time that used into the things that most valuable and always stay on track can drive to focus on highest value task or activity. In the passage, Ali Mirza had developed the good work habit of spending most of her time on meaningful activity or tasks, which are she participate in client meetings to discuss audit and task work, industry development and new accounting standards that are pertinent to the recording industry. And she also attend internal staff meetings to go over work status and discuss areas that can be addressed by continuing professional development in order to effectively manage the internal audit activity to ensure it adds value to the organization. And this approach can make the culture in the company focused and proactive. Thirdly, approach that make the culture in the company focused and proactive is have a self-control which is clear blocks of time and did not miss creative and administrative. Well, did not miss creative and administrative, which means did not miss creative tasks with functional or administrative tasks. And operational tasks and creative tasks cannot do in same time. In this passage, office activity require fast and short-term thinking. For instance, Ali Miza did not do creative tasks and administrative tasks in same time. Creative tasks are Ali Miza begin her day by organizing her priorities based on regulatory and project deadlines and reviewing email when she arrived in office. Whereas administrative task is she attend all the meeting and reply the mail at the workplace. Therefore, this approach can make the culture in the company focused and proactive. Fourthly, approach that make the culture in the company focused and proactive is do an effective communication, which is conduct effective meetings. For instance, Ali Miza had just only attended necessary meetings, which are she participate in client meetings and attend internal staff meetings. And she looked upon each meetings as a business investment. This is because she attended internal staff meetings for the purpose of effectively manage the internal audit activity and to ensure it add values to the organization, and she participated in client meetings for the purpose of discuss audit and task work, industry development and new accounting standards that are pertinent to the recording industry. So Ali Miza had a good reason for attending the meeting. Thus, it showed that Ali Miza did not waste the time for attend the unnecessary meeting. An additional approach that make the culture in the company focused and proactive is through a task dedication, which is determine the key result areas. Well, determine the key result areas means those things or tasks that have been hired to do, accomplish, or achieve, and developing excellent clarity about key result areas is essential for executive effectiveness and high productivity. This is because it makes focus and concentrate on the most valuable and important things can do all long day. In determining the key result areas, we must consider always keep on track, define the key result areas, and clarify its essential. For instance, Ali Miza and her colleagues as an employee who report functionally to the board of directors when they propose for consulting in order to benefit from cost and time savings. It shows that they care about the most valuable contribution that they can make to the organization. Also, it shows that they have a key result area when they work at workplace. It makes the culture in the company focused and proactive. Lastly, approach that make the culture in the company focused and proactive is do a task dedication, which is concentrate single-mindedly. For achieve the high level of productivity, Ali Miza had organizing her priority first before she start the works. And she does first thing first and just only do one thing at a time. It shows that she did not do multitask at the workplace. Also, she concentrated to working on the task given for continuously 4 hours after she plans her task. And after she feeling that she had completed her task, she just take a break and check the mail and reply to them. In this case, she able focus to do the task at the workplace when she decided to concentrate single-mindedly. Thus, it made the culture in the company focused and proactive. Furthermore, there are 2 ways to define effective communication, which are people can have effective communication through manage the telephone and conduct effective meetings. Well, Effective communication means ability to convert information to another effectively and efficiently. And first of all, the way to define effective communication, which is through manage the telephone. As for example, manage the telephone when we communicate with important people or attend the important meetings. The reason why we have to manage the telephone is because we able communicate with others without any interruption, and effectively manage the telephone will lead to us have an effectively communication with others people, and it will lead to achieve maximum productivity and successful. For instance, Ali Miza just noticed that she had 10 mails in her inbox, and she checked the mail and replied after she works on the task given for continuously 4 hours. In this passage, Ali Miza had bunched her message or calls, which she just checked the mails and replied when at a rest time after she feeling she had completed her work. And Ali Miza used the telephone as a business tool. This is because she just checked the mail and replied for the important people for a while after works on the task given for continuously 4 hours. In addition, another way to define effective communication, which is conduct effective meetings. For instance, Ali Miza had participated in client meetings in order to discuss audit and tax work, industry development, and new accounting standards that are pertinent to the recording industry. In this case, we can see Ali Miza just discussed the things that related with the works, which about audit and tax work, industry development, and new accounting standards that are pertinent to the recording industry, and she did not waste the time to discuss anything else that not related with the work. Also, she had attended internal staff meetings to go over work status and discuss areas that can be addressed by continuing professional development. And the purpose of she attended internal staff meetings is because she desired effectively manage the internal audit activity and to ensure it adds value to the organization. Thus, in this passage, Ali Miza had a good reason for attending these 2 meetings, and as we can see, she just attend important and necessary meetings only, which the meetings able adds values to the organization. Also, Ali Miza can prepare an agenda in order to conduct effective meetings. This can lead Ali Miza follow the written agenda in order to discuss the most important things first in the meeting. Furthermore, Ali Miza can ask more questions in the meeting for conduct effective meeting, and it help have an effective communication in conduct effective meetings.